And we are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is War Commander Unshackled. Well, we're a day before the event, and pretty much the game is the way the game is going to be until the maintenance happens, which is still delayed. So I'll introduce everybody on the panel this evening. We have Dark Shadows, we have Don, also known as DJ, we have Phill, we have Red Steel. We have the mother of War Commander, the lovely Skipjack. We have Fuck You, and I forgot to mute my fucking YouTube, and I'm deaf again. We have Texas Pussycat. We have the Big Purple Pony, also known as the Great Shadow Killer. Venom, and of course myself, the immortal Dr. Phill. And yeah, that's tonight's panel.
Thanks a lot. I'm on my daughter's account, guys. I didn't feel like logging on mine. Just want to thank everybody for all the PMs and all that. I'm still alive and I'm still kicking. I'm just not all here right now.
It's good to know you. It's good to know you're still with us. We've lost too many people in War Commander over the last couple of years.
Yep, I'm still breathing.
That's good to know. So we're at maintenance, which is still delayed. No word from our illustrious CM, who is probably sat on the train going home by now. So until then, I'm gonna skip straight ahead, and I'm gonna go straight for Dr. Phil's State of the Game address, because this one is a doozy. Now, I've had several conversations over the last couple of days and weeks with various people outside of the game, inside of the game, in forums and everywhere else. But something earlier today very, very much caught my eye. And this is what I'm screen sharing to you now, is what is written on Kickstarter's back office. If you've ever gone and saw some of their videos that they've done in the past, that particular trailer with Will Harbin and his big black dildo and everything else that goes with it, that is stamped behind the chair where he is sat. Innovation over imitation, quality over quantity, passion over profit. Well, where can I really start with that? Imitation, I can say, playing devil's advocate, War Commander is one of the first games of its type. Yeah, it is a complete rip-off of what Backyard Monsters used to be. So that's your first set of imitations. Quality over quantity. If your game actually worked 90% of the time, properly, the way it should, without the 14,000 bugs that are still in the game, quality over quantity would be viable. Unfortunately, you've gone opposite. You've gone for quantity over quality, and it has suffered greatly. And of course, the last one, which really pisses me off, is passion over profit. The players are passionate, but the company, I don't think, is as passionate as we are. And a lot of it, the game team could be passionate, but the game team have to answer to marketing. And marketing is all about counting those green dollars. And if you're not counting any dollars, you're not going fucking anywhere. And this is entirely towards my setting fire of Kickstarter tonight. Other than that, I'm going to wait a little bit more for the rest of it, because I am not in a good mood. I've had quite a bit to drink today, and it's been one of those days where when I get drunk, a lot of shit gets said that probably shouldn't get said. But we're still waiting on the event information. We've got a prize list that looks good. However, it also is a whole bunch of crap. I'm not drunk-ish. Shut up, David. He's talking in the side chat, and you're fucking with my chi, you bastard. If you've seen any of the pictures from the preview server that happened, a lot of the bases look easy and not so easy. That 65, if that doesn't get changed, it's going to suck. There are also the two beginning bases that I'm going to bring up, whether or not they're easy or difficult. It's the way they're laid out. In the level 5, you have all the zombie buildings at the front, 3 layers of walls, and then all the buildings that are behind it. I haven't got those images, and I really can't go all the way down the fucking forum post to go find it because I'm far too lazy and I didn't prepare. I got drunk instead, but well, what can you do?
God damn it, Phil.
What?
Lazy. Only I can be lazy. Damn it.
I think
Hey, I'm
he's
working
a
on
little worse off than you, Phil. Right
I
now, so.
I think there's lots of ways to attribute preparation for anything.
I prefer drinking. That's how I prepare.
Well, and
Usually I'm actually
inebriation,
drunk to deal with
Hey.
all of you motherfuckers.
What I'm
inebriation is preparation for stress.
There you go. There you go.
Oy. Too much shit in my brain right now. So we're still
Not
waiting
enough
for
in
the
your
update.
glass.
Still waiting for the downtime. This is your last shot at getting the Omega Sandstorm, if you haven't already got it, because this is the last time the Omega Sandstorm bases will be around in an event. Hopefully they'll drop them again in about 3 months' time when the Omega Sandstorm is completely fucking useless. But it's a unit I don't have. Hell, my fucking Sandstorm isn't even elite yet because I'm far too busy doing other shit in my base. The full prize list I will read off as follows, and then we'll engage in the discussion. The war trophy, 800,000. Liberators packs of 5 are there 100,000. If you're not Fear the Peel, who's got 200 plus of them. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. A single Liberator, 25k. The new Hades, which I haven't had a chance to look at, so I cannot make a comparison compared to anything else. Cyclone, expert cyclones and expert hailstorms. Now, I've thrown out a couple of videos dicking around with the expert cyclones in the last couple of days. Most of the guys on the panel have advanced hailstorms, if not expert hailstorms already, and they are really kick-ass. So if you really need some decent air, expert cyclones, expert hailstorms, all the fucking way. Advanced Nimbus, Advanced Grenadier, Lead Grenadier, Hailstorm. These are all advanced units, by the way. Advanced Punisher, Advanced Tempest. Ooh, I didn't see that one. Advanced Thunderstorms, Advanced Auto Tanks, Advanced Cyclones, Advanced Lead Commandos, Advanced Jackals, Advanced Nightmares, Advanced Hellhounds, Advanced Preservers, Advanced Lead Preservers, Advanced Warhorse. Advanced Lead Heavy Operator, Advanced Heavy Operator, Advanced Operator, Advanced Lead Operator, Point Defense, Weapons Lab, Talon Drones, the legendary piece of shit Mega Tank, the legendary piece of shit Laser Tank, Night Owls, Sandstorm. The Sandstorm parts are again in 3. This is your last chance to get it from an event store, because if you missed the offer that they put out a while back, you could have bought a level 20 Sandstorm for $5. And if you missed out on that, tough fucking shit. Hope they put it out again. And if they do, and you don't have a Sandstorm, don't be a tightwad. Just blow the fucking $5 and go buy the goddamn thing. Elite Sandstorm parts. These are 8, 250,000 apiece. That's 2 million XP. If you haven't got that already, you're screwed. Blackout Warpaint, Firestorm Warpaint, Jaws Warpaint, Tiger Warpaint, all 1 million XP. If I wanted to pay 1 million XP for a paint job, fucking hell.
I won't pay that
What
for
the
a
hell
hand
is wrong?
job.
The only thing I'd pay 1 million XP on a paint job would be body paint.
The only million XP I would pay for a war paint is if it had a giant fucking middle finger on the front of it. That's the only war paint I would buy for 1 million XP, I can tell you that. All the Sandstorm tech, the Titanium Blades, Corpus Commander, Abandoned Ship, Diffusion Plating, Sustaining Plate, Shell Defense, Self-Destructing Warheads, and Feline Missiles, all at 400,000 a piece, and of course the usual sector goal points at 500k, and your standard chemical silicon cores. Now, if you haven't filled up on your weapons parts or your weapons, chemicals, cores, schematics, silicon, before this event starts, and you can't build one, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you're a fucking idiot. Those bases are easy. You should have got them done way, way before now. I have a level 1 weapons lab with a level 1 orbital hammer, and I am full on silicone chemicals and core. So for the love of God, before they take the bases away and you start bitching tomorrow in the next 16, 17, 18, 19 hours when the event starts everywhere else, don't come crying to me. Just a side note.
I got one thing to say on the Omega Titan basis. Do not make the mistake, guys. Those parts that they put in there with them only work on the Omega. They will not work on your Elite or a regular Titan. Don't go there.
Yeah, don't waste the tech. Do not waste your fucking medals on a part that you can't have. I'd love to have those bombers for the Titan, but I don't have an Omega Titan, so I'm not going to waste 80,000 medals on it. Now, if they drop the bases again in the next couple of weeks before they take it out, I will go back and I will go and get that particular tech. I'm almost done building Jericho, so yeah, I might end up with the Omega Titan before the end of the month if they put the bases out again. And I particularly hope that they do. I really hope that they do. Otherwise, I'm completely screwed.
It's you and I both.
Now, I want to address something that's not in that particular list. They've put out Expert Cyclones, the Expert Hailstorm, the Advanced Nimbus, the Advanced Grenadier, and what else was in there? No, what they haven't done is give me access to the Advanced Howler or the Expert Howler. Those, currently I have one Howler that's available to me. They've put everything else in there except for the Howlers. I have fuck tons of tech for Howlers that could go for fucking weeks. Gold and silver. Even some of the bronze shit. Yet, you don't give me access to a unit that I really need to get to really be progressive into the game again. And that I'm missing one particular thing. Some of the bases, the 90s, for instance. I have half the units, but I'm missing all of those Howlers, because those are the things that will really give you a nice kick. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not paying 24,000 medals for a fucking Howler at level 1. I did that. I did one, and it's still at level 12, even though I use it all the fucking time. The only way I found to get that to max is to take everything else out of an Iron Strike 60, bar the air platforms. And that's extremely difficult. And then just simply just run the Howler through it and hope it doesn't get fucking killed. But it does look like this is the end of, going to be the end of the VXP stuff that's coming out with the Survivor units and everything else.
Certainly hope so. That whole system is a lost cause.
I have a question for. I have a question for the panel. Something you were bringing up about the Omega. How many guys here with that have the Elite Sandstorm right now? How many of you guys have your Elite Sandstorm at level 30?
I don't have an Elite Sandstorm.
27, I think.
I think I'm 27 or 20. Yeah, 27, I believe.
I'm 25, 26, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm a level 46. My Sandstorm is level 24. You know, for me, I haven't even bothered to do any of these Omegas at all because I have no intentions of ever upgrading it. You know, with all the stuff that we've gotten recently, you know, you got to throw something overboard.
You know, I got the Omega, and it's I really can't tell no difference.
That's what I keep hearing
it's level
about
32, and it's freaking junk.
Everybody says it's not like the Elite. The Omega Titan was a game changer. That was a big time upgrade. Everybody tells me that the Sandstorm is nothing.
From everything that I've been given, the Sandstorm fell flat. It really is not worth the effort. However,
the difference between Omega Titan and Elite Titan and the Omega Sandstorm and the Elite Sandstorm is two totally different things.
Skippy, you got something there, Bubba?
I do.
Please go ahead.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm respectfully expressing my opinion as a player. I have the Elite Titan, and I finally did do the 17 and a half days or whatever it was to take it to level 30. It's almost done. Actually, I think it probably got done about an hour ago. When I got my Elite Titan, I didn't get all the techs that went with it. So, and none of those techs are available anymore. And way back in the day, Lonnie helped me get something when they had the Titan bases on the back map. I think it was the little missiles or something. I can't remember what it was. I don't have the game open, so I can't tell you what it was. I don't have any of the techs. I don't have any of the armor. I don't have any of that stuff with it. So yeah, I love my Elite Titan, but I got the Elite Titan and I have one tech on it. I have no armor. I have nothing else on it. So for me, when I got it as a, I don't know, 37, 38, which wasn't really a true 37, 38, more like an old school 32, 33, you know, I had to get other people to do those bases for me. And I, luckily, when they were on the map, somehow or another, I got the Elite Titan and I got one tech. And I felt bad enough that the guys were doing the bases for me to begin with. So I never really got any more of those techs, and they were never offered anyplace else. So for me, switching my Elite Titan to the Omega Titan will be better, because then I will be able to use those
You will
techs.
be able to get the tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need to. There's one other issue on that specific note. Apparently, you need to have the old tech to be able to upgrade the newer tech.
That's
I
not
don't
right.
believe so.
No.
Well, I'll just have to go over and kick wrong thinker in the balls for that one.
At some, because I remember seeing someone posted about it in the forums. And
Yeah,
I don't think that's right. No.
that post is incorrect. The texts are not interwoven that way.
No, the only texts that are woven that way are the legendary ones. That's the only one that I know of.
No, the upgrade from the Elite Titan to the Omega Titan, yeah, that is worth every amount of effort you could put into it.
Yes.
It becomes an outstanding unit.
But I regret putting the effort I put into the Omega Sandstorm.
Yeah, and like I said, to get an Omega Sandstorm where I am right now, I mean, that's what, 10 days each upgrade? So I'm looking at 60 days?
It's been dropped
to 7. Is it 7 now?
It got dropped to 7.
So I'm looking at 42 days of upgrading that to get a unit that I don't really think is going to be any good anyway. I got too much other stuff I'm upgrading. I mean, I was just finishing up my hammers, and I don't know. For me, I just didn't even bother doing them. I was like, give me a unit that I actually would want to have before
That's the thing. Sorry, I just want to get this out quickly. When they first brought out the Omega Sandstorm, for those of us who remember, I've shown you guys the video. The very, very first event for this, in the preview for that event, the bases, the sector goal bases with the Omega Sandstorm in it, had a second set of drones. And that's what needed to stay and take that Elite Sandstorm and really bring it up to an insane unit like they did with the Elite Titan to the Omega Titan. They gave it the drones, and they gave you another tech to add onto those drones.
I don't think the Omega Titan would be half of what it is without the drone squad.
It wouldn't
be. No, the bombers make all the difference in the world.
Yes.
The bombers,
and that's the thing.
If the Sandstorm had a second set like that, the Sandstorm would be that level. It would be up to that.
Yeah, if it had the what do they call them? Reaper drones? They go out in front of the top.
Yeah, the Reaper drones.
But yeah, they put those on
like
the Sandstorm. Now you're talking about something, because then you'd have a second layer of protection.
Again, the original premise that got a lot of people motivated to go for it in that first event was seeing
the Titan.
Yeah, extra drones.
Yeah, seeing what the Titan did.
When they released the what the hell are they? The new drones everybody puts in our silos. Yeah, the Talon drones. Now, if that was an op for the Sandstorm, then you would have an anti-air drone along with your bomber drones, and that would have made the Omega a more viable.
The drones were something similar-ish to that. I mean, they looked very similar to the normal drones that are on them, but with the Omega style skin.
Yeah.
And they would just kind of sit around the Omega Sandstorm and just hover. And then when anything would get in range, they would go and attack. And then you had the normal set, which would fly around like crazy doing all sorts of shit. And I mean, for me personally, that is kind of what also motivated me, in the thought that maybe in one of the further events, they would actually decide to reuse that tech and give them those drones. But
you've only got 4 techs for the Omega at the moment. I don't know if that's a standard with the Omega Titan, but there's only 4 ticks for the Omega Sandstorm.
That's true, but if they made it a like a standard thing, like they did with the drones on the Titan, you know, the original set of Bomber Squadron drones weren't originally on the normal Elite Titan. They just added that into the Omega Titan. That was the Omega Titan. So if they did it that way with the Omega Sandstorm, I mean that personally kind of one of the reasons why I did it. Second was because I needed to get the Omega Sandstorm just for the sake of kind of having it as well. So I decided back then to start on my upgrades for it because it was a level 21 Sandstorm. So I've been doing the upgrades for that ever since that the start of that event, and last night they finally finished. So now I've just got to finish getting the parts and upgrade it.
That's always the next step, is always finishing off parts and then doing the upgrades for the next 6 months.
Well, I'll leave it at 31 like I did my Titan and work on other shit because, as Red Steel pointed out, there is so much other shit to level up.
Yeah, there's just, like I said, eventually you got to throw something overboard. You're just like, okay, I'm not even worrying about that unit anymore. And that's where I went with the Sandstorm. I was just like, and also another point about the Omega is I hear that not only did they make the Omega faster, but as you kill things, it gets faster. The last thing in the world I want is my Sandstorm outrunning my Titan. I don't want it out in front. I want it behind it. It's like, I'm going to make it faster so it goes out on its own and gets slaughtered. I'm going to say no to that.
I agree. I mean, that was the original problem with the normal Sandstorm. When before we had the Omega Sandstorm and the Titan got faster, the Titan would kind of always hang a bit behind the Sandstorm because the Sandstorm was a bit too fast. Now I have the other problem because my Sandstorm doesn't have all the tech on it. But once I get to
it's still,
Omega tech,
I got the tech on mine. It's still slower than my Titan.
It is? Okay, that's cool.
Yes, it's still slower than my Titan right now.
The other part of that is that
there's 2 slots that the Omega Sandstorm still has to fill, which is the rotors and the drones. And we haven't gotten the Omega techs for them 2 slots
yet.
You've got in the drones, haven't we?
No, we haven't gotten none of the drones.
The other reason that Titan lags behind is that all the floating platforms, the Titan doesn't hit them, only the drones do. The Omega, the Sandstorm will walk right in there and bust them up, and it gets ahead of the Titan.
It doesn't get ahead of my Titan. My Titan is always in front of my Sandstorm.
Yeah, so especially, I guess that speed doesn't really matter if you're just, throwing him into a base. But if you're, trying to kite around the base, that's when you'll start to have an issue with it.
Yeah, your Sandstorm will fall behind if you kite around the base. Like right now, the only thing we got for the drones is abandoned ship drones. That's the only thing we got for drones. And rotors is the titanium blades, and that's it.
The other aspect of that, between the Sandstorm and the Titan is with the drones from the Sandstorm flying far out in front, it destroys a lot of the attrition ahead of it. And that means that the Titan itself has to try to play catch up throughout the entire time. So it always seems like it's going to lag behind, but that's only because it really doesn't have a target. The targets are destroyed before it can get up. So it's a good technique to actually send your Titan out. I mean, I personally, I always try to direct my Sandstorm, and I let my Titan go on fire at will. So I'll fist the Titan, and then I'll control the Sandstorm.
Yeah, because I want my Titan in front, because drones coming out of my Titan seem to be coming out of my Titan a lot faster than my Sandstorm. So I want the drones coming out faster out of my Titan and picking up all the damage.
When you're talking about fisting Titans, there, Venom,
don't be jealous, Phill.
I stayed muted. I was good.
And yes, since we're just on to the topic about the Omega Titan, I mean, as you guys did say, you know, the drone slot doesn't have anything yet. Maybe that might be where they put in a tech to give us the, you know, those defensive drones.
You said Titan. The Titans got it, but the Sandstorm don't.
Yeah.
At the moment, they don't. But I mean, we do have the drone slot with only the abandoned airship drones. Maybe they give us some tech to go in there that gives us those. That's
what I'm thinking.
And this is what I'm thinking. Abandoned ship is a suicide tech.
Yeah.
Now this is. Hang on a minute. Here's something. I just went back into the forums. He's actually updated the event post, and it's ironic that we're just talking about that. We've got two brand new techs. Armored Blades component for the Omega Sandstorm. Increases Omega Sandstorm's movement by 15%, turn speed by 25%,
and the drone
damage taken by 10%. Telemetry drone component.
Right, fucking A.
Omega Sandstorm.
Okay,
Slot
Omega.
goes in the drones. Increases the Omega Sandstorm's range by 50.
Oh my god!
So it's a range tech,
That's
but it's not an additional drone tech.
It is addition. You will get additional drones.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! Holy shit
Guys,
balls!
If you're not getting the Omega Sandstorm, you better fucking get it.
You were fucked.
I need to. Do you have to get Elite before you get the Omega?
Yes. You have to have an Elite level 30 before you can upgrade it to level 31 to make it an Omega.
It's me and Phill sitting here looking down at you guys going,
Bite me. Bite me.
See, so I guess I was lucky in the sense that I did plan for this.
You went for it.
I went for
Hey,
it.
you planned for it and it paid it off, but I really like the look of that trophy, though. I might actually get that trophy. It'll be my first
I
one.
don't like that thing at all. I mean, not the trophy's all right. I just don't like the unit.
Oh, the unit fucking sucks.
No, I mean the appearance of the unit, not just the technical aspect of it. I don't like that.
I'm so
direct
freaking
duck
pumped now.
fan flame hover plane bullshit.
It's going to be like Christmas morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to be so devastated if I don't get my 40 parts and get my Omega Sandstorm. I'll tell you that.
How many parts do you have now, Phill?
Just give it
40.
3 months. Give it 3 months and they'll throw it out there.
Oh, I'm not waiting. I'm going all out.
I mean, I could pretty much do the same.
He's got half.
I had too much disconnect when I was trying to hit those bases.
I'm going for
I was having way too many disconnects.
Dude, I'm going to tear the shit out of them bases tomorrow to get tech.
Okay. Let's see. Event waves, 3 dimension tracks, the usual.
Hey, Lonnie, with your luck, you'll get nothing but thorium.
Attack, resetting.
I'm going to smash him.
I don't see the point of the Apollo as a unit. It's just an air unit that attacks ground units that does flash. Now, hold up.
Very different.
Sounds very similar to...
Hang on a minute. They've adjusted the way the waves the event works.
Have they?
So the attack missions is to unlock the Apollo and Hades units and liberated arms components and event XP. Obviously, the defense missions are still the same. Master missions can only be played after you complete attack 20 and defense mission 20. Once unlocked, all master missions can be played without any additional requirements. Master missions provide features units, survivor units, Apollo's liberated components, arms caches, and event XP. Now, this is where it gets a little bit nutty. There are a limited number of resets. Progress can be reset at any time. Resetting allows players to start from the beginning. All players start with 4 mission tokens when the event starts. 1 mission reset will be earned from completing attack mission 20.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good. Just attack mission 20.
Good and bad, I guess.
It's good and bad. No. It's slightly out of reach of some of the players that aren't going to get to attack level 20 or aren't around to get help from other people.
Well,
and if you are one of those people,
shit!
You're
have you seen these telemetry drones yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Have you seen these telemetry drones yet? They got yellow on them like the level 40.
Well, that's because the Omega. That's the Omega.
They have the Omega skin, like I said in the video.
Yeah.
That's the skin they had. That's what they looked like.
And here's where it is. Those little yellow drones look exactly the same as that first event video does.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't wait, man. I'm gonna be. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be like Christmas in War Commander.
Like, yeah, it is. See now I'm really happy. I planned like what 3 months, ahead of myself.
Dude, as soon as jump opens next Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. Oh my gosh! Better hope I don't come to your sector.
Bill, go back to the telemetry drones.
Go back to
right above it. Right above it. There you go. Hang on.
Armored blades.
Armored blades. Look at that. Movement speed increased by 15. Turning speed increased by 25.
That means it's going to keep up with my Titan.
Yep.
It's about goddamn time.
Good. Perfect.
I like the term.
That means I might start actually using air in these bases.
So we've got the Apollo, is the new VTOL aircraft. I haven't seen a fucking VTOL aircraft in there before, but it's not a helicopter, so it won't fit in your helipad.
Does anybody know what the deal with that thing is?
It's a ground only, moderate range, high damage.
I know that. Don't we have like 5 different units like that already?
Yes, that's the point I was trying to make. This is basically just another Nimbus.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a Nimbus Cyclone with Splash.
I just don't see the point of it, though. Why keep giving us units that do the exact same thing? If you have 5 units that do the same thing, you're just going to pick one of them and just use that one.
Yeah, I would probably either use a Nimbus or a Cyclone over that piece of shit any day of the week.
Yeah, I use Cyclones. I don't touch my Nimbuses.
It would have been more logical to give a massive splash damage buffing tech to the Cyclone, to bring the Cyclone back in. Because Nimbus was recent, so you don't want to tech that yet. You want to bring something back from the old and add some,
Now, it's the Hades. I don't get it. I don't want it. It only has. I don't want it. It looks like crap.
It's a half track with a fucking squirt gun on the top. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the new reinvention of the Javelin.
The red tech. Yeah, the Javelin, the red tech one. That's all it is.
Like
you can't reinvent the Javelin unless you give it a 620 range.
Yeah.
But this thing is built to be different. It's not meant to be an exact replica of the Javelin like other units have been in the past. It's meant to be a unit that we have that's solely anti-air, that's also can actually move. When you look at our previous anti-air units, the Tempest and even Javelins,
it's called Howler.
Shit, and you can't move them.
It's called a
Howler.
Plus on this thing. You do not know what the range is on this.
550.
That's the max range?
That's its max range.
Wait,
but you added 20% on.
That's the new unit?
This is what you designed after the doctor.
It's a Javelin.
This is what you designed after the doctor prescribed you your meds for your sickness, and you started pounding Jack Daniels, and you started doodling, and you submitted it to Kicksai.
This is the kind of thing that I would doodle on a fucking scrap piece of printing paper after I've had about 3 bottles of whiskey and I'm completely off my face.
This is the Javelin. That's all this is. It's a Javelin with treads.
Yep.
Yeah.
And does it have the range of the Javelin?
No.
Then it's a worthless fucking unit. Another question. Is it PvP only?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's the new Survivor.
It'd be a base defender.
Yeah, it's not going to survive any fucking base out there.
It'll probably be a replacement for the Tempest. That's about it.
Why?
Because
I'm not changing my extra Tempest out for shit. My Tempest ain't going nowhere.
Cool.
They might unless they're that badass, but I don't see them being.
What are the ladies' opinions? Because I'd like to hear other perspectives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You just want to hear their voices.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of lonely sitting here listening to them.
I'll screen share some of mine, but the event. Oh, great. Never mind.
No, you don't have to
Oh,
screen share. But
it came
what's
back.
your
You
opinion
don't have
on
to
this?
screen share. Just tell us your opinion.
Y'all are talking about a lot of things that are probably out of reach for me, but each event I do get better. Recently, I was able to change all of my platforms. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's different than what I had. So I made all of them floaters.
Yeah.
And
it's good.
You know, as fast as I can.
And you changed all the avalanches, didn't you?
I changed them all to well, because we had the zombies, I had bought the
napalm.
The napalm, yeah.
Napalms, and I had all the outer ones as napalms. I also changed the setup a little bit. I took the napalms out for this event, and I put all avalanche in.
Okay.
Don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to find out.
It'll do better for you.
Believe it or not, the first, not the first, but 2 events ago, I had the worst time trying to get through Vanquishers. I don't have Vanquishers because my account is, I opened my account in June, so it's new. I don't have a lot of the old units. I don't have the flying red guys. I forgot what they're called.
Valkyries.
Yeah, I don't have those. So, I mean, some of the things are difficult to do, the caves and stuff like that, but
So you are a well noob, basically. Welcome to hell.
yeah, welcome to hell.
Sorry, that's the
The heroes.
So what kind of
the heroes are not in the event, so I can't purchase heroes. So I don't have heroes or anything. So I'm just I do have liberators though. I bought all liberators last event.
Your basic anti-air in your base is going to be the avalanche turrets that you have. You don't have tempests or
I do have Tempest.
You do.
I bought Tempest. I have 5 Tempests I keep on my base.
Okay, so the unit that's coming out, this new one that we're talking about, is primarily an anti-air unit. You're more inclined to stick with the Tempest than you are to try to earn these things, I would assume.
To be honest, I mean, unless you've got those Tempests maxed out, I would be more inclined to tell you to go and buy Advanced Tempest than I would to tell you to go buy Hades.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Advanced Tempest, you automatically, when you build them, they're automatically level 30, so you don't got to level them up.
Yeah,
Which is a very good thing.
They're very hard to level up. So mine are. I think my highest one is a 7. I have a 4. Yeah, my highest one is.
You're doing well for yourself. I got 5s still that I just could not get to
I got a couple at level 5 and 6, I think. And
the only way I leveled mine up was in Onslaught.
Yep.
I take them out and I put them at all the spawn points and just let them die, and then I'd end.
I used to do mine in the Titan bases.
Yeah, those 2.
Sadly, this last Onslaught, they never even got close enough to do anything. I would have had to have pulled them out and put them on the spawn points and just let them,
Now you have to wonder with this new anti-air tank that is coming out, if it is to combat this new air that's coming out.
It's a distinct possibility. To combat the Omega Titan, the Omega Sandstorm, the new air.
It might be a fast-firing drone killer too.
Yeah, I mean, they need to put more specifics out when they put these fucking prize lists out. I mean, moderate range, high damage, targets ground only. That's for the air. What the fuck is the range? What is the damage? We need to know this shit.
Well, hello, Sulaco, wake up.
You speak exactly the point. They need to be more specific, and I'll go back to what Phil was joking about earlier about the comment made, more transparency, more communication. If they're going to go on the route that they've been going on with sustained damage and burst damage and making weapon specifics and tech specific to counter these traits, they have to be more vocal and more, well, not vocal, but textual about these things.
I'm going to pull a Shadow Killer right now, and I'm going to the Battle Pirate section of the forum.
You just want to make me
the
cry.
Battle Pirate release notes, and you can see in detail all of the stats.
Look at that shit. I mean, And he's awesome looking.
All of the stats for all of the new shit that they're getting out. I mean, look at that kind of. That's just release notes. That's not even an event briefing. If I
So
get
my point.
I'll go find an event briefing and I'll talk amongst yourself for a minute.
So this is exactly my point. You can see what this tech or what this item is going to be most beneficial for, and he's not doing that on our side of the game.
I'm sorry, I'll say it again. Hello, Sulaco. You need to do your job, and you're not doing it.
No, I'm gonna get screws for it tomorrow when I get the rubber things.
Here we go. Their new shit. Look at all that. Look at it.
Rubbers and screws. Is that what the conversation is? So.
Look at all the freaking information they give for attack and defense and
defense,
special abilities.
Holy shit!
And that's before you even get the unit. That's just the preview.
They're pretty much telling you everything it's going to do before you get it.
Exactly.
I want to know how relevant their statistics and percentages are. Are they accurate? Because I still, until the day I die and this game dies, do not believe that our percentages and statistics and crap ever really add up.
It may not, but it gives you an idea.
Specifically on here, these are all accurate to the point of where they're actually lifted from their in-game development cycle.
And that's what it's supposed to be. I mean,
I only pay attention to like a very small amount of actual numbers that we get. One being the range, two being the unit size, and then the third one would probably be the, I guess, how long it takes to actually get it to its max level. Those are the only three things out of all the numbers we actually get on our units that I actually pay attention to.
The only one I look at when I'm...
In terms of whether the unit was going to be a good unit or a bad unit, I ignore all the damage numbers and all that crap until I actually see it in action.
Oh, yeah, me too.
That's our biggest problem. I mean, you have so many units and they illustrate such different damages and all sorts of numbers. But you can have something with like 1 million damage, and in the long run, it's a piece of shit. And you can have something that says 1,000 damage, and it's like 10 times better than that 1 million damage unit.
The only one that I really, really, really look at is its health, because that tells me how long can I take damage or take hits and actually still do something with the unit.
But that's a convoluted number too, because with them breaking things into burst damage, sustained damage, and whatever, certain things will react to that health and lower it much more rapidly. So you can have a unit that has a massive health of 2,800,000, and you go into a base and it has one turret, one gun, and it'll drop you like a paper, airplane.
You go in something with not so much health and go in there and it
wipe the entire base out.
Whacks its ass.
And you're like, how the hell did this happen?
Different armors, different.
And that's the problem. It's the secret numbers that we don't know. I mean, if you look at an Inferno and like a maxed Inferno, and you look at like a maxed Hydra and a maxed Growler, they all have roughly the same number on their health bar. But when you actually use them, you notice only one of those units actually can take damage.
Yep.
I can one-shot a Growler.
That's true.
I've done it.
And that's another point.
Yeah, you did on Saturday.
I've had a level 30 Titan last 3 seconds in my base. 3 seconds.
That was on Saturday.
I didn't kill it. What's your problem?
Yeah.
Kill it already. Stop playing with it.
And that's the problem. It's the secret numbers that we need to know in a sense. That's why I don't bother with the numbers we're given until I see the unit in action.
No, but that's my hidden agenda to this conversation I'm not crying, because we all know Kixai has their units. They're inherently going to be stronger than ours, going to have greater ranges. I dislike when they toy with things mid-event or change something in the base, specifically ranges. I hate when you have their ability to adjust the range of, for example, a railgun. You go into the base, you hit the base, you do it 5, 10, 15 times, you go back after lunch, and all of a sudden they've tweaked that base, and now the range is added 16 or 18 or 5. You get to the same spot on the base, that same target area, and you go to hit it and you take damage. And you're like, you fuckers tweaked it when my back was turned. So things like you said, the most important and pivotal number to me has always been the range, because that allows me to know how close I can get without dying.
Yeah.
And it's key to knowing what unit I have to take in to do the damage I need to do, because you're not going to take something into a base that has a railgun with 600 range, and kickside railgun, it has 600 range, and you're going to go in there with something with 425 range. No, you need to know these kinds of things. Yeah, you need to know these things.
It brings me it's a nice segue into this particular post from the Vega conflict section from CM Scarlet, which, if you haven't figured it out by now, that Scarlet's now the new CM of the Vega forum, and Swag's been kicked off down the line towards Rogue Assault, that is still dead on arrival. And it's one of his first bullet points that he's put there: to rebuild community trust, and I'll try not to laugh, strive to be more open, transparent, and accurate in the information provided, working on the process to get more accurate information out earlier. Why the fuck can't Soloco follow this lead? Through Scarlet has posted all of this stuff in the state of the game, state of the community, Doom Rooster, and his release notes, and how precise they are. Why the fuck can't Soloco do the same goddamn thing?
Well, look, we're already taking care of bullet point number 2. That's what this show, the other show, the third show that no longer exists, that's what we do. We expand the community beyond the forums. We help inform and communicate and share data and information. So we're taking care of number 2 for these guys. But yes, Soloco has to nut up and take care of number 1.
And he won't. He hasn't done it. We've poked at him. We've done everything we could possibly do to get him to communicate, and all he does is nothing.
His biggest issue that I see in him, and I give him the benefit of the doubt, he's not always informed, and if he's not informed, we can't be informed. But his problem is, when he's misinformed or uninformed, he has to explain to the community, look, at this moment in time, I don't have this information. I have not been given this information, or I believe I've been given inaccurate information. I will make sure to, check up on this point within the next day or 2 days and refine this statement or this post or this whatever. He doesn't. He regurgitates, he pukes up a bunch of bullshit that he's been given, or he throws up what he's been told or what he thinks is accurate, and then he gets egg in the face if it is misinformation or he's been led down the wrong path. But he never atones for it. He never takes responsibility for that. He just goes and hides. No, and then you'll see him shut down for a while, where he doesn't give us anything.
Most of the community guys and the guys that actually are in the background, most of the guys that run in development or community managing are generally introverts, and they don't like to communicate, is that they don't communicate where it's not necessary.
Then get out a public forum of employment. If you want to be an introvert, write. Just be a book writer. Sit at home in your own little mind, type away. If you want to do something that has to do with moment-to-moment transmission of information, like the news, you can't be on the news and not speak to the public. You can't be giving information in a game like this, which is constantly running 24/7, 365. This game is up and running. There's developments in this game every moment, every step of the way. Something breaks, code breaks, something gets introduced. That is not the forum of a person who wants to employment that allows you to hide in a bubble. It just doesn't work that way.
Well, hey guys, before you guys go on, I just wanted to say I got to go. I gotta lay down.
Okay.
Take care, Shadow.
But I'll be hosting the live event show tomorrow.
Pony.
Snuggle pony.
Yeah. I will be hosting a live event show tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'll have the link and I'll post it. Now, whether I'm on playing is debatable, but I will be hosting it. and it's open. You know, you guys come join up. I'll have the link all posted, so I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I hope you feel better, buddy.
Yep.
Get well.
Rest
All
up.
right,
Health
guys.
is the most important thing.
Health is the big key. Get better.
Fuck that. I love this game.
Okay, a shot of Crown then.
Yeah, I'll see y'all. I'm out.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, brother.
Later. But again, back to Sulaco, okay? He could do a lot more than he does, but he's been shot at, okay, by us, guilty, Your Honor, because he does not do what he should be doing. He tries to speak. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, he's told what to say. There's no doubt about that. Okay?
Absolutely.
No doubt he's told what to say. However, he could come on and give us the statistics and everything else, just like in the other shows that are out there, but he doesn't bother. He just goes and rides the train home. Okay, here you go. There's an update tomorrow.
Well, we're supposed to get an update, but apparently it's still not there.
It's still not there. Okay. Now, do we get any information as to why? Do they say anything about, okay, we've got a problem, or it's Facebook, or this or that?
Well, I'll show you the grand total of it. The weekly maintenance is delayed. The thread will be updated with a time frame when the maintenance will take place. Well, shit.
Yeah,
I originally
never.
saw it earlier on. Originally, the walk around the maintenance was supposed to go down at 4 p.m. according to his the title that you see up here. Yet, I mean, I made a joke about it earlier on about somebody poking him in the right direction to adjust the thread, and then it was delayed. That's obviously some of the shit that's happened on the Facebook platform that we know about. That's we were informed of earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's ridiculous. I don't know if they're still having the trouble now, or basically it's at that point where everyone in the office has already gone home, so that we might not even get the maintenance till early in the morning. And
Yo, Dabo, what's up?
Not down well. Good evening, Dobber.
What's up, everyone? I just got home. Figured I'd join in.
You're welcome. It is open mic, but unfortunately we're already full, so nobody else can get in now. So fuck you.
Hey,
yeah, he's taking his berries.
Hey, Dr. Phill, check your PM.
My PM? Uh-oh. That's never a good sign.
Depends on what sign of the coin you are.
Well, I'm a Cancer.
Hold on, it's coming.
I like long walks on the beach.
I'm waiting. I don't know what I don't know what the reaction is gonna be to this. Because usually when Lonnie's sending me something, it's not gonna go down. Yeah, I might have to mute up for this one. Well, Lonnie's giggling his ass off in the background there, so I assume it's going to be. Oh shit!
Midget porn.
Tell me when you get it.
It's going to be something. It's going to be something. I gotta wait for the ding. Come on, where's my fucking ding? You're ruining my show. Come on, you bastard. Well, we're still waiting for the maintenance, so while the maintenance is happening, anything else on the list? I'd see something earlier. Holy fucking! What the fuck is that? All right, I'm not screen sharing that one. It'll be for the Right.
Really?
That'll get me a fucking strike. Fuck.
Oh, fuck me.
What the hell did you send him,
Christ.
Lonnie?
You don't want to know.
Nothing.
Oh, good God.
Now everyone's in suspense, so you'll find out on the after show.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Or if you've got Lonnie, just ask him to PM at you. Fuck man. Jesus.
Hey, you can share this one.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna go shoot myself because now I gotta send a support ticket.
I've actually had good luck with support lately. They've been doing their job.
What did you do, Venom?
I'm not going to humiliate myself as bad as I did last time on public or in a public forum. I'll let you guys laugh at me in the after show if you're still with me and explain what I just did. I am beyond humiliated. All right, we'll see.
It can't get any worse than me doing 3 of the Shadow Ops 70s last weekend and forgetting to activate my Shadow Ops.
Because
worse than that.
Because I'm a good sport, I'll tell you.
It could be worse than mine.
No, it can be. All right, so I'll be a good sport. Now, I have gold in my account, okay? I coin. And we get this pop-up for the starter pack for the base. And you all know my level. I'm a 42. I've got, one shy of max level walls. All my buildings are basically in the 11, 12 range. And, of course, the starter pack gives you, level 8 storage, level 16 aircraft. Yeah, well, what happens if you accidentally hit purchase?
I'm guessing nothing happened.
No, it takes 99 gold.
It takes your gold and does absolutely nothing.
Precisely.
It goes touching, and then you go, oh, fuck.
I was literally thinking about that the other day. Like, I swear, no joke. Yesterday, I was thinking about,
I've done it so many times, I swear to God.
Yeah.
You know what? To be honest with you, I've thought about purchasing it just to get it off of my fucking screen.
Well, that's the problem. It popped up when I went to refresh it, and I didn't mean to click the purchase thing. I just moused over, and it just happened to be in that location when I went to go move the screen, and I clicked on
Well, I haven't done that one yet because that particular offer doesn't pop up for me, and I am not entirely sure why. But
I'm not going to click the confirm button. What I'm going to do is refresh the page. Although it's not really going to change anything, but I'm not going to click the confirm button just out of spite for my own stupidity. So there you go. War Commander, friends and family. Yes, I'm an idiot, and even we make stupid mistakes.
there are 2 words that I would like to use in this particular point is shit happens.
Yes.
It happens. We all make stupid fucking mistakes. If we don't make stupid mistakes, then how the fuck can you prove you're human?
The way I like to say it is ... it happens.
Yes.
The way to overcoming your addiction is to first admit that you have a problem.
My problem is Kickstart puts a stupid pop-up on the screen. Hey, for quitters.
That's the usual thing I'll throw out there. You got a drinking problem? No, I fucking don't.
I drink quite well.
No, the one that reminds me of is Bubba J, Jeff Dunham.
Oh.
He says, no. He says, Bubba J, do you got a drinking problem? I'm like, no, I pretty much got it figured out.
I forgot about that. It's a good line, Harris. Watching NASCAR and drinking beer. Although
There you
NASCAR
go.
bores the shit out of me. I tried to watch it once. I fell asleep after 3 laps.
Oh,
What
look,
you
they're
gotta-
making another left turn.
No, what you got to do is every so often turn the TV upside down, and it looks like they're making right-hand turns.
No.
What the fuck, man? This is what happens when we pretty much rinse through everything to talk about, and we still don't have an update on the fucking maintenance.
And we don't have any updates to talk about. I mean, come on.
He's still letting us attack bases, so it's not going to be in the next 10 minutes.
I don't have an ETA for you.
They're gonna put the event basis on.
Go tell wrong thing. I'm gonna put a boot in his ass.
I'm pretty sure we'll have the banner. I'm not exactly sure if we'll get the big square, the thing that comes up and says we're gonna have maintenance in X amount of minutes. But if there is going to be one tonight, I'm pretty sure. So just keep an eye out for your banners.
Keep an eye out for the banners and hope for the best.
If I did, I promise I would share with everyone if I had an idea.
That's a good point. Well, Red Steel's got a topic he wants to bring up from the forums, and I do as well. So I'll let Red go first because mine's quite extensive.
Uh-oh.
All right. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. We just have a little thing that been going on in the forum the last couple days. Over the last however many years we've been doing this, it's been pretty much a. We all in agreement that there's one habit that happens on the forum that just needs to stop, and that's morons posting how-to videos on the forum and how to do this base with no damage. It's just like put a big beacon right over the posting saying, "Hey, Kickside, here's your flaws in your base design. How about you redo them?" Especially when you have a new base release, like the new hammers was a completely new release, a new base. So of course we have a jackass that has to post a video, and when it's brought up to him, said, "Hey guy, listen, don't be doing this. Can you send it to your friends, whatever." He gets real arrogant and cocky about it, and he starts saying that he hopes they make them harder. Here's where they're weak. Make them harder so the crybabies can cry more. And he went on a jihad, basically, now posting videos for every single type of base out there, which, of course, got the normal reaction from me of visiting him every 36 hours now. And he's still not getting the hint. So
record every time you hit him, record it.
I post pictures. If you go in the forum underneath the thing, you'll find the pictures of me wiping his face out. He's a very weak level 45 with a very bad base design. I mean, he doesn't even float his turrets. His turrets are all on the ground. He's just an idiot. And what I want to bring up is, one, don't do that. Keep it off the forums. We've said it 1,000 times. Have private pages set up. And his argument is they're all over YouTube anyway. It's like, yeah, okay, they are on YouTube. But you don't have to, just hand feed it to Kickside. You don't have to put a big banner on the freaking forum saying, "Hey, here's how you can make things harder for us so we can take some more damage."
Well, that was like last week. Shadow Killer and I figured out that the bases for, what was it, the 85s or the 65s or whatever, were wrong. It wasn't 2 minutes, and somebody came in and posted.
It was the 80s. It was the 80s.
It was the 80s, and I mean, we could walk in and take them. I think it was
84. They was boss bases.
Yeah, and I mean, it was
what is it? The Hannibal base, the Sarkis base, the Inferno,
the Kronos base.
One of them was the double Titan base, and that was a piece of cake. Anybody can do that one, but yet some moron got on and posted on the forums that the 80 bases were not showing the correct thing. And I'm like, are you an idiot?
It's a noob that sees these bases and think, "Oh my God, they're so much harder than the 80s that are out."
Yeah. They don't
because they don't do either one of them.
I don't need the fucking 80s. I just sat there pissing myself laughing while you and Jack were dicking around with them.
So
I was doing the Kronos ones. I love doing them. I love doing them. I can do them all day long.
So the final point I want to make on our resident jackass, if anybody would like to visit this jackass that is trying to make life harder for everybody, you're perfectly willing to. If I jump there in 36 hours or whatever, and I find I'm in a bubble, that's fine. If you guys want to go hit him, he's over in Sector 11. His name is Clickin' Orca. His coordinates, I think, are 180 220.
180 220.
Yeah, he's level 45. Scout his base because he's real stupid, and he stacks all his landmines to one side or the other. So just give it a quick scout so this way you know where his landmines are. All this stuff is floating. He keeps a Tempest and a Ronin on there, and he will sacrifice his Ronin because he's again an idiot. So unfortunately at this point I can only take like 20 some on infamy from him. He's got about 16, so I would like people that are like around 1,600 infamy to go hit him because you'll take like 150 from him. But yeah. I think that if we just keep hitting him for a while, maybe he's going to get the hint to lay off the videos on the forum and stop being so damn arrogant, saying he's going to keep doing it and he wants to make all of our lives harder because he thinks it's funny.
So that's Sector 11.
Sector 11.
Walker,
Click and Orca.
180 by 220 approximately.
Yeah.
We will star him in Saturday night's live show.
Because that's the event.
Oh, yeah, we can't. We can't.
If he continues,
Damn it.
I don't care if you hit me thing, just so he knows in case he watches the show, your friends with the RF tag are next. If it doesn't bother you that I'm going to wipe you out in a couple seconds, I'm going to start taking your friends out too.
So next week on Unshackled, we're going to visit Sector 11.
And we'll just start whacking everybody with the RF tag. And maybe he'll get the hint eventually.
We need to do like a segment, a PvP segment. We need to bring that back because I would love it.
We brought it last week.
It only takes me 3 minutes to wipe him out, so it's like it'll be like half a segment. He's like a quarter segment because, like I said, 3 minutes and he was finished. And he was begging everybody. He's like,
so that's a base I don't even have to prep.
It was hilarious because people actually use the scout feature. He was like, somebody go hit red steel for me. And one of the guys in the sector, I guess he scouted my base, and he said, fuck that.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, Sector 60 thought the same thing because they sent all low levels after me.
That was fucking hilarious.
All low levels and one high level.
And the
Sector
guy with
11,
the
click in
diamond.
Norca.
They got 17%.
Well, thank you very much for that. So now we got a new target to go beads on for a few weeks until he gets the fucking message. Don't post your fucking videos in the forum. For the love of God. Keep them on the Unshackled page or your own personal pages.
We will leave.
Kicks Eye on there.
We will release you from our grasp if you go to Red Steel Sector and apologize on your knees.
In public.
He won't.
In public.
But seriously, when was the last time you saw a level 45 with all those turrets on the ground?
He's got them all on the ground?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could probably wipe him out with hammers.
No floaters.
Are they normal platforms or are they armored platforms?
I don't think they were anything special.
Floater platforms, I won't even prep his base. I'll just send my ground in and call it a day.
He does have like 6 regular Tempests.
That's even better. I prep a base. I have yet to send my air into a base. Well, besides prepping him, like I'll prep him with my owls and my onis, and that's it.
Well, we've got that one, so we'll move on to this one. This was a thread that was created by Thane Mantis, who's now on his 3rd forum account. Fucking hell.
3rd? Jesus, I go through that in a week.
Extensive list of questions. Yes, I know you have. You trolled some of my threads several times, you bastard. But that aside, he posted a list of questions that Wrongthinker off his own back has come into the forums and answered a lot. So that's good. It's a good thing. So I like that. When Wrongthinker's a part of the game team, he's not a community guy. He's part of the game team. He's the developer, so we can blame him for a lot of shit. But he's not the only guy. But he shouldn't be in the forums of his own back anyway. But this is down to him. So always when he comes into the forum and answers something in this particular detail, I will always give him props for doing so. So the questions that are answered here are basically, well, I'll go through them one at a time, and I'll do what I can to make it short, but it might not be. New age of factions means for the current generation of special forces, faction units are the strongest units on the battlefield. Bullshit. But that doesn't mean that special forces are suddenly useless. No, they're not. Expert heroes for Infamy Season 2. He's not ready to reveal them, but the internal decision isn't set in stone. Excellent stuff. Wrongthinker will be on the other show tomorrow, and I would promote it, but
no need. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you. Expert heroes available through other means after Season 1 ends. Likely will be other opportunities, but the primary means is as a season prize. All right, that's a new thing. Bring back the Kane 40s. Any plans to bring back 55, 60s, 70s, or 90s? It seems the 8Z90s are returning according to the update notes, which is cool. Now we just need knowledge on the other challenge bases. The Kane 40s are not coming back, but they did bring the 90s. Currently have no plans on bringing back the others. Using the approach partially due to real estate as much as anything else. And what real estate is they are basically running out of numbers. Because there usually aren't that many bases with the same set of numbers, and usually when they do, it can cause some serious problems. Faction units, the future of the game, although they'll still be the XP units. Faction units are the future. We'll still give players opportunities to earn the XP units, i.e. special forces, since they are not obsolete. Coveted custom components, such as those for the Punisher, Commando, and Heroic units come back. If so, how? Yes, they will come back, though where that remains to be seen. Recently released rare components for the limited time in the gear store and may do so again. Please do that. Arc loader for Jericho? Perfect. As long as it doesn't cost me 1,000 billion fucking medals to go get, I don't care. The dropships will make a comeback, and if they do, how will it be changed? They will make a comeback, but there is no timetable, or the timetable is not clear. Dropships were designed to empower players to make defensive actions, but have ended up being used for jailing and unbreakable defenses. When they come back, the only changes made will be to ensure the fit for the mold of enabling action, not disabling it. Great stuff. Will Shadow Ops be updated in the future to give us the chance to earn more than one Juggernaut prize? No plans to do so, but not ruling it out. May offer other avenues of getting extra parts as well. Will there be plans to introduce expert versions of some of the old VXP units so that we can keep using them in the game? Or will the only units currently have expert versions feature from here on out? Though this went live after you posted this, those that missed it, will recently released expert Cyclones into War Commander. They will be available through the exclusive offer and available in the upcoming event on the event store. Now, I did go buy the expert Cyclones, and I have all 3 of them built, and they are fucking awesome.
They are.
So if you're looking at Cyclones and you want to skip to the advanced or go straight for the expert, I would highly recommend going for the expert Cyclones. We've heard talks of reducing building upgrade times. What buildings will be getting reductions? The full list is to be determined, but the goal is to make continued progress on this front on a regular basis. As you know, we did a significant reduction to thorium vaults right after the last event. That was great. With this week's release, you will see more reductions. You'll see more in future releases.
Yes,
and
you will.
If they ever put out the fucking update notes, I would find out which buildings were done and whether it was a good idea to do so or not. Will the character dialogue feature seen in Nightmare, Death and Above make a return down the line? Yes. You'll see more dialogue from Kara, Ruby, and more in the upcoming event. We know not everyone cares about the story, but for those that do, it makes the world of War Commander a little more interesting. And there will be some interesting developments coming down the line. And yes, the update notes are there, but it says I have the permission problem too. So it's not gone live, it's still changing. Kara and Sheila are the only 2 heroes left without heroic tactics. Any plans to change this? No immediate plans, but it's certainly not off the table. We did have plans to release a tactic for Sheila at one point, but it ended up experiencing a bug that they never overcame, much to their regret, so they didn't ship it. It's the same goes with schematics for the Night Owls. That fucked up things in so many ways, so they never went back to try it again. So that's why you don't see a schematic for the Night Owl, and you probably never will either. What are the upgrade times looking so far for the Juggernaut and its expansions? A collective total for the base unit, succeeding versions, please. Notoriously long in the past for units like the Titan, Sandstorm, etc. The current plan, and not set in stone, is that the standard levels will be 4 days and the elite levels will be 7 days, which is to the current norm with the Elite Titan and Elite Sandstorm, thanks to the adjustment. This unit is only planned to have 10 standard levels. where many previous uniques had 20. Uniques are never going to be a quick upgrade, but this should be a little more attainable than some of the others that have been released in the past. As rightly asked by Gang of One, why don't units that have existing expert versions allow you to promote advanced units to that level? What is this weird gate that makes only expert versions unlock from the events available to be built? At some point, the gate might go away. It was originally put in place to help make expert units retain exclusivity, which they do. Over time, that might change. Why did operators never get any custom components? Because we only had bandwidth for a certain number of components, so we had to prioritize. Operators just never got to the top of the list. It could happen if there's more demand. Is there no hope for Sarkis? Sarkis is really cool and has a dedicated fan base, but there will be not prioritized improvements for Sarkis at any point. Why did Kickside determine that some of the old Titan tech needed to be maxed before new tech could be maxed? I know this wasn't the case for all Omega tech, but it needs asking regardless. This will be fixed soon. It was a bug. So you can have the Omega tech without having the Elite tech. If you are experiencing difficulties, that is a bug. I know Pandora has been more accessible with Death from Above, with the Nightmare Special. Is there a chance that somehow further down the line should be more accessible in the masses, i.e. Gear Store, Event Store, etc.? Absolutely. The exact manner and timing has yet to be determined. Any hope for Doran's Make It Rain tactic? I don't know what that tactic is. I assume it's a rapid fire buff or something like that, similar to Jericho. It's been on the list for some time, wanted to address it. Have been able to bubble this up to the top of my to-do list. So no timetable, but definitely a pet peeve of mine, and that it still sucks. Can you please update Kara's Deedless Rifle so it actually has a good AoE effect? If you're talking about the improved visual, it may be done. As for why the radius is so small, it was primarily designed to let her sweep through last stand defenders. Though, to deal her bloodlust amount of damage to large crowds, we deliberately avoided because of how insanely powerful it is. A couple more questions, kind of curious. One thing, blah, blah, blah. Why Kara was present in the Kane bases during the event, even though she clearly hates it. That broke the fiction, but it's a pop culture reference, basically. Well, no. Certain bases have been pop culture references, so don't think of Kara in that base as think of it as a pop culture reference. Okay, I don't know what a pop culture reference to that would be, but if anybody does know, please let me know. Oh, bonus 2. Are you guys going to keep redesigns the Kara displayed in the event messages and whatnot? Yes, the Kara that players unlocked was the Kara from the Special Forces era. She's been given the freedom from the Sentinels that had no true faction at that time. The survivors at a point were really just a bunch of escaped prisoners. Oh shit! So they're all from Australia then. The look you see in the dialogue was from the factions era. Time has passed for her and the survivors. More organized and more militarized. And this is the look of the woman who's become more of a leader and more of a soldier, not merely as an ex-prisoner. Community's thoughts on Kara getting the redesign. That's from Wrong Thinker. So fucking hell, that was longer than one of my posts. Jesus Christ. Any thoughts?
Why red hair?
Why not?
Hey, exactly.
Because Sheila has red hair.
Don't diss on they're sisters.
Because redheads are sexy.
Damn straight.
Yes, they should have just given her keep her with blonde hair or give her something else. Give her blue hair or something.
No, doesn't Ruby have blue hair?
Because you want a blue flame for your Inferno.
Officially,
yes, I do.
And when you get that blue flame, do you know whose feet you're gonna kiss?
Oh, big time.
Ooh.
Big time.
It's gonna have blue balls.
First, you're gonna start at the little tiny toes, and then I want you to kiss the back of my calves, and then I want you to just nibble the back of my knees and sort of work your way the rest of the way.
Oh boy!
Damn. Well,
on a side note, I would like to definitely say thank you for sharing that, because there's a lot of people that have been asking questions, and I keep referring to that post that Wrong Thinker put up with a lot of those questions. And I'm sorry to say, and I'll just say it, being a moderator for so many years, people just don't want to take the time to read. Now, however, Also, though, there are a lot of people who watch the replay of this show and the other show.
And they won't read it, but they have the very,
Well, they can't
very
read
good
Eng-
capacity of sitting and listening to me.
Well, there are some that can't read English, and they have expressed this to me and also to Soviet Union, that they can't read it as well as understand it when we're speaking it. So the shows are serving a purpose that when we read directly from the forums, a lot of people think, well, hell, why are you doing that? You know, anybody can go read that. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people who cannot read English very well because it doesn't translate in their head. But when we're speaking it, they can. So it does serve a purpose. It really does. And I get comments, and I should pass those on to you guys more, because they really do appreciate, not only do they appreciate your state of the game, but they appreciate that you take the time to read the stuff that you do. Even if we do the same thing the next day, it doesn't matter. The information gets out there, and that's what's important. And I appreciate the fact that Wrong Thinker took the time to put something like that together. Again, it's all about communication.
It is all about communication, and this is what if it takes Wrong Thinker to actually get out there and put himself on the firing line, which he does fairly regularly. I mean, even when things are bad and things are really negative, he's still gotten out there. I mean, the fiasco with Legion, I mean, yeah, was a bit of a... He probably shouldn't have put his face out there for that one. He put the post up. Everyone went fucking ballistic. A few pages in, he couldn't understand why people were being so negative. And we all know why people were being so negative. It's because they tripled the cost of what it shouldn't. In fact, it was more than triple. That's since been reduced, which is great. Thanks to everything that happened in the forums from pretty much everywhere. Yes, I'm going down the frickin' page, you ass. Sorry, I'm reading the fucking YouTube chat at the same goddamn time. Yeah, there's a little bit more, and I'll condense it. Expert units such as Nightmares and Hellhounds. It's probably going to happen at some point. It was more of an observation to suggest the precedent. You'll definitely see more expert units. Hints about the story.
On the next one.
I greatly wish that I could tell you that videos or voiceovers on the cards, but currently they're not, because really we just want to play. We just don't want to sit and fucking watch videos. The original War Commander promotional video was badass, but a part of a larger promotional effort for the game. Continue to utilize the in-game dialogue that you saw in Nightmare. It's hard to have it actually be a good story when the characters are fleshed out and consistent. We don't want something that just feels like it's tacked on. He wants to make it fun. Just out of curiosity, if you manage to get on Doran's Make It Rain issue at some point, what improvements are you considering? That's irrelevant, because that tactic sucks, apparently. He's considering pack more missiles into fewer shots, so 4 shots out of 5 ammo may be more reliable and create a sense of Make It Rain. That's different. What was Caro walking around the base with the soldiers supposed to be a reference to? Yup. Huh? I think you need to go back to that one, Wrong Thinker, and answer that one properly. Because even I don't understand that pop culture reference, and I understood pretty much all but about 2 or 3 of them throughout the entirety of the damn thing, because I'm that much of a giant nerd.
If there was more than one Kara in there, I would have assumed it may have been Resident Evil or something like that, because it's a zombie kind of thing, and then they would have cloned that character repeatedly like they did in that series. But no, I have no clue what the reference is to that.
No, I don't.
I believe. Kara was in the level 60.
Yes. Didn't want to delete the original version of the character because it represents a film about the character story. Faction hero Kara. Can't discuss the plans yet that they have.
Oh Lord, guess who's open?
Who's open?
Oh no, poor guy.
Well, he's not going to be open for long, so.
Oh no, I'm already there. You won't beat me there. Forget that.
Okay, live base.
We're gonna get a live base. Can you go ahead and screen share that one?
I'm just gonna Ruby him right into the freaking ground and be done with it. Just let me go. I gotta repair it. Hold on. I think I got like 10 minutes left on my PvP platoon. I'm just gonna repair that real quick. I'll just go Ruby him right to the ground. If you guys want to watch me Ruby him into the ground, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Any good smashing's a good smashing.
He deserves it. He's a jackass.
I love to watch somebody smash rather than myself.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little.
What's somebody else?
We might get the update notes afterwards. Anytime soon.
Oh no, just am I gonna mess with nah? I'm not gonna mess with the air. Alright. Think I should drop the I'm not gonna use the air. Think I should drop the mercs in front? Yeah, probably.
It would help if you hit the screen share button there, buddy.
I'm working. Dude, I get set up here. You guys give me a second here, relax.
The foreplay is warming up.
I gotta, because he gets really irritated. He thinks it's unfair or it's weak that I use the it's electric cop to hit him.
Okay. Now I know who he is. He's in chat. He's in the YouTube chat.
Is he in the YouTube chat?
Is he?
Yes, he's called Compasses or something.
What?
Compasses or some shit. He was posting just before in the YouTube chat saying how only like it's stupid to use it and saying that only weak players use it and crap. And I was telling him like, what's that?
It can't be the same guy because he's not protecting his base. Activate. We'll speed up the process. We'll get over there quicker.
So the person Red Phil's about to hit in YouTube chat?
I doubt it.
I believe so.
I'm gonna go run over his base in a minute.
He was in YouTube chat.
You mean like the 30 hours on air, ha 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 guy? Something like that, I think you said?
Oh, no, he's running now.
Yes.
He's online.
Yeah, his name is Compass. He wants a 1v1 with Red Steel. Okay.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Good luck with that.
Hit the green button.
I did.
He did.
He's sharing. He's on.
I must be lagging then.
I can see it just fine.
There it is.
47.
He hit me all he likes. I could care less.
It might not be the same guy.
No, it is. He's running a unit over to my base.
Oh, he tried to jump you.
Too late.
Hey, he's a little cunt.
That base fucking sucks.
Dude, I can take that. Hell, Phil could take that.
I'd do that with the air.
Come on.
Oh, well, yeah.
I just got lagged.
If fucking he can't
Yeah.
smash him, I fucking will.
Yep, Liberators.
Is that the guy?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he's a little cunt.
Good to know that he hates us so much that he still watches.
Let me tell you, I will say this guy has no life. He is on 24/7.
I'm on 24/7, almost. Don't play don't do anything much these days, but I usually I just go play another game when I get bored.
I was on at 5 o'clock this morning when my base got hit.
Wow.
I think like the last 2 weeks I've played more than I did in like the last 3 months. Getting people their fucking Omega Titan.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. Not.
I mean, I'm not in the YouTube chat. I'm not looking at it, but if he's in there, just tell me he's a useless cunt, and
I'm quite sure I can hear you.
What's that?
I'm quite sure he can hear you call him a useless cunt.
Well, yeah, I just want to make sure that he understands that he's a useless cunt.
And instead of fucking taking the hit like a man...
Oh, no, he wasn't doing one-on-one, but I was willing to let him hit my base. But once he snipes my platoon, he can go kiss my ass. I was going to let him hit. I know I saw him run the unit over. That's fine. He's going to go over and hold my base and blah, 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 blah. Fine. Go ahead. But, then he cunted out and, had to snipe my platoon because now I can't pop. So... he's out of luck.
I'm not fucking sober. Eat a dick.
Useless little pussy. That what he deserved. Don't worry. I mean, I'll be back to see him.
I'll go one-on-one live with you.
He's not gonna. He look at his base.
Yeah, you're right.
Fucking sucks.
Dr. Phil's is even better than that.
I'm gonna find out what they fucking do themselves. I'll fucking smash the fucking faggot.
He's just a little pussy boy.
Yeah, I'd probably get like 7 infamy off of him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get like 20 from him.
Alright, no, I fucking won't because Kickside fucking boned me again and didn't repair my fucking neck. Great. Fuck you in the neck with a rusty fucking chainsaw.
What's the little pussy's name in the chat?
Compass or fucking some shit.
I don't even see him.
Compass blue icon. He was on a while ago. I had to scroll up a while to get that screenshot.
Yeah, I'll show you. If you look at my screen, that's what his name was.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking scroll over and he's gonna get a nice big fucking Dr. fucking Phill, fucking big fat banhammer. Eat a fucking dick, you pussy ass little faggot.
Hey, once the one-on-one, he snipes with them. Oh, pussy.
Only pussies use shock. Motherfucker, I'll show you.
And only pussies say only pussies use shock. Get fucking banned from my channel. Get the fuck out.
I can't even see that.
I jumped on him fast. I'm like, shockers.
You know what? They used its electric in my base. Look what the fuckers lost for 17%. Come on.
If you're not, when you're hitting bases, if you're not using its electric, you're just out of your mind.
Exactly. You're fucking yourself over.
You're a fucking noob.
There you go. Especially in the side chat.
Especially when he had to fuck all his turrets on the ground. Of course, I'm going to use his electric.
That's what happens to fucking pussies.
Man.
I don't put up with that fucking bullshit. If you're gonna take a fucking hit and be a fucking man about it. Don't fag it out.
Yeah, because I mean, I was bubbled anyway from the hits I did after him. So it's like I had to pop for him to even get a shot at me. So why would he snipe the platoon and not let me pop? It doesn't even make sense. It's not logical. You have to let me pop.
He's a dumbass. He's a scared little egotistical little pussy is what he is. I love those egotistical pussies like that.
Yep.
Oh, they get so pissed off in chat and call you a hack and your mom's a whore and all this other stuff.
Especially when they fail to hit your base.
I smashed a guy earlier on. He spent 30 minutes calling me a fucking pedo and then got chat banned.
My mom only works at the whorehouse on the weekends, so during the week she's not a whore. She's, but during the weekend.
I love the ones that are calling me a hacker now because they use drop ships from time to time. Oh, you're hacking. You got dropped. No, I bought 11 of them before we got rid of them.
I'm still so jealous of your spec ops right now. It's not funny.
Yeah, I got. Well, how many? I got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's bullshit.
8 left.
I
only use them when I'm going to drop into a hot sector. Everybody's online. That's the only time I use them. I wasn't going to use drop ships to get him. What's the point?
No, don't fucking waste it on some little pussy.
You can't waste those things. You gotta be willing to hit for 2 hours too. You gotta take full advantage of them.
Oh yes. Yeah. Last time I used mine, I was a hacker.
Oh, they get so angry. Oh God, they get angry. I mean, that's actually better than hitting the base. Is watching the absolute screaming. That's actually more enjoyable just to watch them scream.
I gotta use I have 3 saved.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta save them. Save them for that right moment.
Yep.
I love going into a sector and just like getting them all riled up and just having them keep hitting my base, and then
I wish they would sell them for gold.
No.
Even 50 gold right now, I'd buy them.
I don't give them no idea.
That was like the guy who wanted the parts for the Omega for gold. No.
Yeah, 100 gold.
What a dickhead.
He's like, can we buy the Omega for like 100 gold?
It's the same. It might be the same guy who keeps posting about putting out expert tactical slots or the expert tech for like 600,000 medals. Fuck off! It's a straight, simple fuck you. No, you're a fucking moron. If the gold HH2 is 50k, I can handle that. The fact that fucking both the rifles for Kara and Sheila are 400k a whack. Fuck no, that's
wrong.
Too fucking expensive. 250,000 was too fucking high. And yet, when they updated all the metal shit in the gear store, oh no, now it's 400,000 medals. No. You take 2 zeros off of that, and you might have, well, no, one zero would make it 40,000. So 40,000 or 50,000, that's perfect. Anything higher than that for a piece of tech is fucking stupid.
Especially an old tech that isn't as good as kicks I think it is.
No. You're right in there. I mean, it's probably something that's broken anyway. And they haven't just figured it out to fix it. They're just putting it in the gear store as a collector's item. I will never own either one of those rifles simply because they're too fucking expensive. And I cannot be asked to grind out 800,000 medals just for a piece of tech that I've then got to spend God knows how fucking long upgrading the damn thing.
Which rifle are you talking about?
The Daedalus or the Bars?
Oh, no, they are very useful. They are very, very useful items. I'm going to tell you right now.
Would you pay 400,000 medals for it?
Yeah,
you know,
especially the one for Kara, because what it does is it instantly corrodes things, and it just wipes shit out.
If it wasn't so goddamn expensive, it would be viable.
Yeah. And the other one, shocks. It's great for shocking infantry, but I think the one for Kara is essential.
Drop the fucking price and I'll go buy the damn thing.
Better off with expert howlers, I think, with SF.
I really haven't used them all. I only got 6 of the expert ones. I built them. I don't really use them all that much.
Start playing with them.
That swear by expert howlers.
Start playing around with them. You'd be surprised.
Oh my god. They're so great.
But for base hitting?
For anything.
Yeah.
I use 3 in my base hitting tune.
I have a full tune of SF that are like fully grenade launched and everything, like all commandos and stuff. And I took them against some expert howlers and I got smoked. So yeah, a one-shot pretty much any like ground vehicle in the game. But well, I mean, like aside from like Inferno Growler, but like Dante and all them, they like one-shot them because there's just so many commandos. They're so beefed up. But like the howlers, there's something on them. I don't know. They just chew through them like butter.
I want to start winding down a little now. I want to address a couple of things because simply the maintenance is still not gone, and it's probably not going to go now because it's too fucking late.
Yeah, one time it took till 1:30.
It'll happen.
1:30 Eastern.
It'll happen the second you turn the show off. Then it'll happen.
It probably will because that's just my fucking luck. It used to happen every time I used to fucking run the Vega show. The Vega show would end at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then the release notes, because of where Kixeye Australia is based, it's on the other side of the fucking world. And by the time the show ended, Lex would usually post the update notes about half an hour later.
Yeah, your Vega office is literally like
Brisbane.
a 20-minute drive from my house.
Yeah, I mean, those guys do some serious shit, and they're getting screwed over constantly. It's one of the natures of respect I have for certain CMs that have gone through Kixeye and have come back and gone again. There's one guy in particular, Lex, who I still speak to frequently because I'm not involved with BV or related crap, or well, Vega basically. Because if you haven't gone and seen it, there's a couple of videos in my channel. They call it "So Long and Thanks for All the Fish." I scrapped my Battle Pirate base, I scrapped my Vega base, and I said fuck it to the both of them. And I came over here, and I've been stuck with you guys ever since. You poor fucking bastards. But we're going to address a particular word that wasn't allowed to be used on the other show, and that is the objective of balance. Now, during Ron Thinker's State of the Game, he wanted to what's called close the divide. When I did my giant State of the Game post in the beginning of October, it was the Great Divide. So I think that's a play on words there. And I enjoyed that particular topic. I can't find the fucking post because it's now gone because there are too many stickies at the top of the thread. He stated that a lot of the building upgrades that are starting to come in already, we've seen changes to the thorium, we've seen little niggles here and niggles there to do with the Elite Titan upgrades, and the Elite Omega, the Elite Sandstorm being dropped to 7 days rather than 10. But at the moment, with the maintenance that's happening today, there's supposed to be a shit ton more coming. It's going to be over the end of November. But the elephant in the room is with people that have already done all this stuff and got high-level, max-level bases. And there are people in the forums complaining that they're rebalancing the game. If you've been here for 4 fucking years, then you have every right to fucking complain about just about anything you want to complain about. But closing the gap between players is a huge deal for me. And I mean, it's such a big deal. No one in this game is ever going to be on an even keel with anybody else. I'm never going to be even with Shadow Killer. Shadow's never going to be on the even keel with a max level base to where the likes of Leinster and Scooby are, who have maxed out bases. There is never going to be where I am on the same keel as a guy with a max level base. That's just not the way it should work, and it never will. You've got to be able to go and earn all your stuff to go and do all this shit, and you've got to spend the time to build and to progress in the natural way rather than in some ridiculous way. Well, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to drop $5,000 and max out my base in a day. Well, if you do that, you're an idiot, because you don't learn anything that way. You don't take damage on your units. You do not learn a goddamn thing.
Sulaco's PvP live.
Who's PvPing Sulaco?
Sorry, I had to bring it up.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was a 5,000 coin joke on Sulaco. Yeah, so my bad. I zoned out for a second, man. Don't fuck with my chi, bastard. But I want to address the guys that are complaining and demanding compensation for the rebalance or the rebalancing of the building upgrades and a lot of the other shit. To be honest, you should all shut the fuck up. You've spent your time, you've spent your money. That was your own goddamn choice, not mine. That's about your lot. To be perfectly honest, if you want to sit and complain about anything, you should go and complain about the divide that is still there between players. You should go and complain about repair costs that are still too damn fucking high. Build times with some of the other units, other than the brand new survivors that are all thorium based, great. That is one of the best additions that has happened in a long fucking time. Instant build units. Instant build. You might have to go and farm thorium for it, but farming thorium is a piece of fucking cake. It really is. The issue with particular bases not spawning as regularly as they used to, i.e. the 30s and 40s, they should still be on the regular spawn cycle. I have seen them on the map. Hell, I have been one of the biggest complainers about not seeing the 30s and the 40s on the map, because from my perspective, I have more objectivity than anybody that I personally think of. Well, yeah, I have a fucking massive ego, and I don't fucking care, because that's the way I am, and if you don't like it, you can go eat a fucking dick. Because, to be honest, that's the way I am. I am objective. I have developed, I have programmed, I have sat up until 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning doing the shows, talking about events, programming all the shit for. I used to be the lead fucking quality assurance manager at Frontier before they fired me back in July. So I know more about this shit than a lot of fucking people do. And every time you question something like that and you get an answer, you're probably not going to like it, because that's the way it works in development. What happens in development doesn't always like positively to people who don't develop and just sit and play the game. You can say that this is wrong and 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 this is why. And I will turn around and say, well, if you do this, it's not balanced. Why should it be balanced? Everything needs how can I word this for the guys that don't particularly do what I do? Rock, paper, scissors would be the most appropriate term. You have to have one that cancels out the other. And if you don't, that's about the only way I can do it. That's about the only way I can describe it. Because if you don't do it that way, you're screwed. You can't go anywhere. You cannot progress without one counteracting the other. And that's the way it's working. Currently, it's still one-sided because Kickside is Kickside. They will do what they want regardless of the consequences. They do what they want because it's viable to be put out in the game, along with a lot of the broken shit that has already been put out. If you don't like it, oh, don't fucking relaunch my browsers. Fuck off. Oh, this is a bad time. Bad time. Sorry, I got sidetracked again. Where was I? Oh, shit. I've lost my train of thought now.
We're talking about tomatoes.
Tomatoes? What the fuck would I talk about tomatoes?
Tomatoes, tomatoes, potatoes, potatoes.
Quid pro quo, rock, paper, scissors. If you don't have balance, you go off track and you'll never get out the gap.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna say something.
Max the crap. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, Phil, I got something for you. Okay. Okay, for those that are out there that are going to bitch and complain about all the reductions in time and want compensation for all their time they have spent in upgrading their base and all the coin they've spent on upgrading their base, suck it up, Buttercup. As I said on something else, you know, go out and buy a $10,000 70-inch plasma TV. Okay.
In 2 years, it'll be obsolete.
In 6 months, you can go get it for $200. Okay, it's called. It's I'm just giving you an example. Okay,
LED
or better yet, go buy your $360,000 Maserati. Drive it off the lot. It just dropped to $120,000.
You don't have to coin to play the game. I mean, you can save your money, go spend it on something else, do whatever the hell you want with it. I don't give a shit. I don't coin.
You do in a way, Peel, but it's a different way of coining.
Yeah, everybody coins in a way.
Okay, you do those surveys and those other offers and shit. You coin.
I don't do them anymore.
Okay, then.
I used to only watch the videos. They don't give out videos anymore. They fucked me over.
No matter what, everybody has invested in this game. You have to invest in the computer, you have to invest in your internet service, you have to invest in your time, you have to invest in the game. And all investments in anything in life, there is a certain amount of loss. There just is. Yep. And you gotta just admit, hey, be thankful that your skill level should have, granted, if you put in skill and don't just Ruby everything, but your skill level should have...
Phill.
Yeah, should have gained over time, your experience gained over time, natural progression. If you want to coin to give yourself a boost here and there, that's one thing. If you want to just coin the shit out of your base and go from, I started my account today, I'm going to dump $20,000 into it, and tomorrow I'll be maxed out, that's all fine and dandy. More power to you. I don't care. But do not turn around and complain about the people who are starting this game at the ground level, getting a leg up into the game the way it's progressed from when I started 5 years ago.
Yep.
There has to be a conscious understanding and a little bit of respect that comes with playing this game where you realize, hey, look, I'm a monster compared to somebody who started yesterday. And the level of time and effort to just upgrade certain pivotal aspects of the game, certain buildings, certain units, you cannot see a person play this game from yesterday knowing that they're going to have 6, 8, 10 years that they'd have to invest to get where you are today.
It
and in that,
for years.
yes,
a lot
absolutely.
of us have been here for a long time, except for Texas Pussycat, who's only recently just started. And I honestly, with the new stuff that's going to be rebalanced, it will help in so many fucking ways. It really, really will.
It's not even a matter of helping in ways. It's an absolute necessity, because as she gains experience, as she grows in this game, the game carries on separating itself from her, just as it separates itself from me and from Skip and from you. As we progress, the game progresses ahead of us. This is a never-ending highway. You're never going to reach the end. So going back to, 7 miles behind you down the road and fixing a pothole so that the next person following you doesn't have to hit it, that's not a bad thing.
And in fact, with that, I'll add this particular thing. 6 months ago, I was back down at 34. I had SF, and that was it. And they were the best units that I had. I had SF, and I think I had the Elite Titan at 21. Looking at it now, from my progression. Oh, you finally fucking got one. Congratulations.
I've got many, but I just want to point it out. Got another one.
You're fucking up his chi. Just
it goes back from being. I'm going back for 6 months. I mean, I've been around since the fucking beginning, but I never really bothered with War Commander in this particular thing. But coming into the game and coming back out of it and coming back into it as I have now in progression in the last 6 months has been fucking huge for me. Hell, I only got Jericho 2 fucking days ago, and he's still being built now.
Well, let me just say this. This is the last statement on this that I have, is units can be coined, bases can be coined, upgrades can be coined, anybody can go from nothing to max. That's not an issue. The one thing that cannot be bought is skill. So if anybody's complaining about lessening the burden for a person's units to progress, you're a fucking idiot. And you obviously don't need to be playing this game, because you can't play this game if you fear that somebody is going to have a slightly easier transition from one level to the next compared to what you went through. You should be skilled enough with the amount of effort that you had to put in to get to where you are, that they're not even on your radar as a threat. But if you're threatened from giving somebody a leg up, then you're pathetic, and you're just a fucking loser of a player that can't fucking play the game anyway. So, go ahead, cry.
I have to say, I do have to side note to Pascal. Yeah, if I didn't get any help, I would have stopped playing. And you are perfectly right in saying that.
But help is one thing. Help is one thing.
Help is one thing. And getting the help to get the units have allowed me to progress in a skill factor that not a lot of people can get a hold of from these days.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like putting out, I mean, you can do, I've done fucking shitloads of videos on random shit with random fucking units. And that's I mean, hell, I did a fucking, the Iron Strike 60 with a fucking level 20 Hellhound, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I took some damage. And I fucking did it, and I put a video out. Just because I can. Just because I did. Sometimes, no offense to the guys on the panel, the high-level guys rely on specific sets of units. Legion, Growler, Inferno, Jericho, Dina.
Yeah, you're always hearing, just put your Jerry in.
Absolutely, yeah.
See, now you just really insulted me.
but on the other hand,
never mind.
PvP, but that's the thing. For PvP, if you're trying to hit a high-level base, you're not going to crack that base without using that tune.
No, Oh, no.
No, you're not. But
And that's the other side to it. You know, some things, if you don't have like, you know, that full, you know, Inferno tune, there's no way you're going to crack that bass at all. No matter, you know, you'd have to, you know, the only other way you could possibly be able to do it is if you had the very high-end air tunes. But chances are you're not going to have them if you don't have the high-end ground tunes.
The Omega Titan, the Elite Sandstorm, or now the Omega Sandstorm, Pandora, Dina.
Exactly.
And then again,
if you don't have them, you know.
It's why
and you
I will highly recommend anybody who doesn't have some decent air to go for expert cyclones and expert hailstorms while they're there. It might be a little bit of a grind to go out, and you might get maybe 3 or 4 or a couple of each one. But this is the funny thing about it is when I was dicking around with the expert cyclone the day I got it built, I wouldn't hit a VK50 with it. I took 22 minutes of damage, and I killed the entire fucking thing.
Wow.
One expert cyclone. Yeah, I used like Titan and Sandstorm to finish the fucking thing off when I was done, but I fucking did it.
So that's one good point, because people kind of, I think, to some extent, underestimate those like.
The big dog is in. How's it going, Pascal?
Oh, good. Pissing me off a little bit, this topic. Because, let me tell you one thing. I played this fucking game for 5 years. In these 5 years, I help people all along the way. It's because I invest in the game and I know what kind of units I use to do it, and I try to help everybody. So if I see a starter pack for $100, for 100 coins, that build up all fucking CC to level 8 and all those kind of stuff. Yeah, I see the positives, and then, I don't mind for the lower levels, but it kind of pissed me off. Because it took me 4 years to become where I am now.
Well, look, there's no doubt it's upsetting to see somebody jump like that. However, you don't fear that player coming at you, right? You don't fear going into that base that's been recently upgraded using gold. You can still flatten it with little to no effort because you have the skill and the expertise.
Buy those packs.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of those people that bought the pack. Don't even freaking need it.
What does a level 26 do when he bought that pack?
Went to 32.
Yeah.
And he don't know what he's doing because he's boned.
It's still going to be, he's not going to have some of the stuff that other people have to go and do it. Buying the base upgrades are only really relevant if you really know what you're doing at that point. And if you don't, then it's game fucking
now
over.
with the level, base level really means nothing anymore since they opened it up.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll say the other side of the coin, and I do hold this, I hold accountability on both sides of the argument. There is going to be a lot more people saying, well, you're cheating, because there's going to be this huge misunderstanding as to why this person is this level with such weak units or what have you. And again, it does put a lot of people in the lion's den that are not ready for it. So I agree 100%.
Because there's no war factory upgrades, there's no storage upgrades, there's no tech center upgrades. So what you got to do level 8 CC. Build 2 more turns. That's it.
I think that's the main benefit of the package for the lower level is the walls become upgraded. The CC allows that, and I mean it's a necessity for that. And they can hold a little bit more res so that they can then start going out and resource gathering to start upgrading their units that they do carry.
True Venom, but the thing is, did you remember how quickly you leveled up when you upgrade your walls?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's a lot.
So you get level 40s asking for level 30 bases later on.
You're right.
Yeah. And I start I don't even talk to those guys anymore because I don't want to help them. No. I don't call names, but there's a certain kind of people in my sector, the level 42s. Man, I just ask Dr. Phill if you see their bases and their units and their knowledge is practically none.
Because they're spoon-fed. A spoon-fed player knows absolutely nothing. He might have the units and he might have the tech and he might have it upgraded, but if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, then there's nothing to do.
Skip's got something she wants to say.
Go on, Skippy.
I'm again speaking as a player. Jim's sitting right here next to me. I'm going to be popping off here shortly because we're going to head to bed, not to sleep, but you know how that rolls. I'm not disagreeing with any one person. I'm speaking as a player. Okay? I was a spoon-fed player by Data King, Jano, Rocket. When I left, when they asked me to come over to War Commander, my War Commander account is almost 5 years old, but it got to level 22 and I got bored with the game. When they asked me to come over as a mod, I restarted that account back up, which is the one that I have, besides my other alts. But this is my main account. I was spoon-fed by them, and I didn't learn anything. Now, on the flip side of it, okay, Jim joined and has only been playing, it'll be 20 months this event. He is not spoon-fed. He works his own ass off. He has taken advantage of some of the packages.
Yes, he does.
He's knowledgeable about war games and the strategies because, hey, it's still a fucking, I'm sorry, please don't interrupt me. It's still a fucking battle type strategy war game. So, with that being said, I personally, and yes, I know it makes it sound like I'm kissing Kixeye's ass. Number one, somebody has to pay to keep the lights on. Number two is in the last 4 or 5 months, they haven't fucked up an update, so I'm happy about that. So the fact that we've gone server side only has helped tremendously, but we don't have so many screw-ups in the game. Number three, the packages that they sell to those people, like Jim, because Jim got a package when he came on as new. I was pissed off too at first. He got a free CC upgrade, and he could use it between CC4 and CC8, and we timed it just right so that when he got it, and then when we knew what was coming into game, because Kixeye had already said that, it made it perfect timing so that he was ready.
I did that same thing.
For the special forces that were coming into the game. So Jim started the month after special forces were introduced into the game in 2014. So if he didn't have that and he had the shitty ass base like I had at level 22 3 or 4 years ago, he would never have been able to survive the defensive waves. He never would have been able to make it, and he would have given up. So to me, it gives Kixeye some money generation, and it gives the low to mid levels that little bit of a leg up. Because, tell me something. I said, the special forces don't even come in your bases anymore. Look at the shit that they throw in at your bases for defensive waves. I mean, you know, Texas Pussycat can tell you that. Even though she's a level 40, she can tell you that. Well, she just said it
I'm
earlier.
a weak 40. Yeah.
Right, with her troops. Jim's been busting his ass to work on his base. Does it piss him off that they're offering it to that kind of stuff to that people? Maybe a little bit, but it's like that give and take. It's kind of like Venom said. It's an investment in time, and in this case, it gives people, if they have the money, spend a little bit of money and kind of get a leg up. And I don't see them being spoon-fed. I see that as giving them the opportunity to not have to take forever. I mean, yes, I'm a moderator, so I know what's coming out in the update, and I'm not going to share that information because I'm not allowed to. But there are more buildings that the times are going to be reduced, and it's going to help everyone. It's going to balance everyone, and it's going to make people feel a little bit better in the game. If we don't offer something to these people, they won't stay.
No.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing. You guys are all playing. But let's look at those low levels or mid levels or the people that have just been stranded. We talk about this big gap in the game. This is their attempt at doing it. And hey, I mean, I'll say it. It's also a way to make money. So if that's their way to make money, that's, you know, perfectly fine with it. I spend coin to help the low levels and the mid levels to try to help them along. You know, I'm not a PvP player. Everybody knows that. I'm PvE. I'm more about helping the person make their base stronger, because where are you going to get the best shit? In the events, in Onslaught, whatever. Okay, people say, oh, Onslaught's a joke. For the low to mids, it's a perfect way to help them get their base stronger so they can survive Onslaught, so they can get the Thor they need to workshop their units.
I really hope they change that before the next one. The last Onslaught I couldn't stand.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe I was hoping maybe they would. I wasn't real pleased with it, so I didn't even do the onslaught. That's how disappointed I was with it. So that's. I mean, I saw the videos of the people who had already done it, and then watched a few people who had done it live, and I didn't participate in it. It's kind of become a little bit, I don't know, old. So I just wanted to get that one thing out there. I know it's frustrating for people. I'm not trying to disagree with anybody. I have money invested in this game, have a huge amount of money invested in Vega and Battle Pirates that I don't even play anymore. It's part of what Kicksai's trying to do to get people. And the way I look at the whole thing about that it's confusing because you don't know if somebody's cheating, turn them in. Take the time, turn them in. The bottom line is if the person's not guilty, they're not going to get banned. I don't really have an issue with this. I really don't.
No.
I really don't. If this is their way of making money and trying to bring some balance to the players who really need this so they can survive the defensive waves and do the things that they do. I saw a lot of people that were upset with Onslaught, a lot of people that were upset last event because they are low to mid levels and they couldn't get past a certain level. And I kept telling them to use their rerolls. Rerolls? Resets? What was it?
Restart tokens.
Yeah, the tokens. And it helped them. But again, this helps them even more. If you get somebody in there and they can get their walls up, or they get their CC up, and they can get their buildings up and started, I just can't imagine starting this game. I have a couple alts that are like a level 10. I think I have one that's like a level 17. And I wish I could just trash them and start over again.
You know, I've had people talk to me about War Commander because I do other things, and they see some of the stuff that I put on YouTube, and it's like, what is that game? That's War Commander. Oh, I might start that. I always turn around and say, don't. I always turn around and say, don't, because it's a
my nephew started it. He started it after Jim did, and he spends a lot of money in the. Hold on, let me get this right. World of Tanks and shoot, there's another one.
World of Tanks, World of Warships.
No, it's a soldier game. Shoot, it's very popular. Crap, I can't believe it.
Oh.
Soldier Inc.
Something Strike?
No.
Something Strike?
Mobile Strike.
Counter-Strike, yeah, probably.
Counter-Strike, that's it, yeah. Well,
oh my god, that's old.
He's in the army, and he plays another one. It's like Commander, no, Covert, no.
Call of Duty.
That's it. Thank you very much. That one too. Hey, he's a military man. We were all raised the same. You know, we were all thrown in the water, learned how to swim, and we all knew how to shoot our first gun by the time we were 5. So it's just in our blood. But I mean, he fell behind, and he just didn't want to spend that kind of money. So he didn't want to invest that kind of money, and he fell behind because he wasn't coining in the game. But this was before they were offering a lot of offers. If my nephew came back to me and said, "Hey, you still playing that War Commander game?" I'd say, "Yes, I still am," and I would still tell him to stay away. But that's just because it would be, I just think it would take him forever to get somewhere, and he would have to spend money. And I'd rather him spend it on his family than spend it on this game.
The difference why I hopped on, guys and dolls, is when I started 5 years ago, the coining difference between now and then is so huge, and upgrade times are so huge. And I stand for that the lower medium levels get a little bit help to close the gap. That's for sure, because more enemies the better. But if you just look at the difference, between a mega tank back then, it took me 14 days to make one level. And did we complain? No. If you put 100 coins in our accounts back then, you can kill a whole sector with your raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Now for 100 coins, you can not even repair your heavy tune, because when my heavy tune dies, it costs me 125. And that's the difference. And those people who are still playing, who started back then, and let me refrain to Jano, he's not playing anymore. Technically, I am still playing, and I try to help lower medium level players. For me, why I get pissed off and why I hopped on this show because I heard people saying, yeah, but now people are crying that they give the starters packs. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward when you give for 100 coins, you know. It's not only about the lower and medium levels. With high level players, if we all stop playing, yeah, then you got a good balance, because then you got all noobs.
You go back to...
We love this game. We created this game. If we weren't there, players like Jano, players like Scooby, players like me, players like Benster, you know, we teach people to love this game, to see how it can be different. If those people are not there, can you imagine? Everybody's lost. Because when somebody think he's starting today and he bought a pack like that, he started today. He's not even level 10. He bought that pack. First thing you will see in main chat. Okay, what do I upgrade next? There's no story. There's no way. They can see. Okay, I need to do my defense lab now, or else my turns will slow down. Okay, I need to work on my tech center because
Really?
they don't know.
There used to be really good player guides that had that, but again, the player guides that are left, I know everybody's
by the wayside. They're not relevant anymore.
all that stuff, they're not relevant anymore, and there isn't anybody that's making them anymore.
And I'm not fucking doing
The
it.
difference is, back then we had WC Tag, back then we had Battle Vortex, we had the WC Sideshow. It was much more intense. Hell, but back
Although
then,
Red Steel,
also-
some of those posts that you saw,
that's scoops, you know. It was happy to watch a show because we know we might get a scoop in the game. There's no more scoops, you know, because sometimes Kickside back then gave a little hint and a little bit information out there that you can share with the people. Look in front, a way of communication. Now for example, I was now waiting for a maintenance, and now it's delayed. Yeah. Should I start?
Yeah, they
Oh,
haven't even.
In fact, Facebook had a really big outage today, and that's one of the big reasons why the maintenance was delayed, because Facebook was down and out, and it wasn't just Kickside games, it was down and out for games for almost, and I just found that out, it was almost 2 hours. So I took that for granted because I had to switch over to KXL, and I hate playing on KXL. But that really did affect a lot of people. And if they had done, thank goodness, I hate to say it that way, but thank goodness the outage happened before the maintenance happened. Can you imagine what would have happened if the maintenance was being uploaded when Facebook had the outage? I don't even want to think about it. So I'm glad that they erred on the side of, hey, let's not do this right now, because if Facebook doesn't have their shit together, we don't want to screw players out of the game. So
well, it just doesn't matter.
okay with that.
But
No, it sounds
back
like
then
I'm
we got
pissing.
much more information in front than we get now, and yeah, I'm still at it. I'm still trying all the new stuff and inform the people I like, and I'm not sharing anymore like I did before with people, because you know, it's the way people do with that information. You know, it's my personal thing. That's why I don't want to be on the shows anymore, because you know, you explain people how it works and they kind of abuse it, and they all know by now how Kickstarter work. If you put a video out with the word free repair or stuff like that, now they're gonna bone you anyway. So for me, my work is done. It didn't work a minute or two towards the community.
You post a forum and I come hit you. That's how that works now.
Yeah, you can hit me. That's the
the jackass that's doing that now, posting the videos in the forum. I'm gonna keep hitting until he stops.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost 4:45 in the morning. I am up and out for work, and I have to give lectures in 4 hours, so I need to get some sleep. So I'm going to wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for coming in. We'll start with David, and we'll do last words and shout outs and the usual bollocks, and then I will kill the show and go to sleep and let you all have a nice discussion while I'm in bed. So take it away, David.
I want to thank you all for allowing me on the panel. Skip, good to see you. Everybody out there in YouTube that's watching, Pascal, good to see you, brother. It's always good to see you on the show. Other than that, I'm pretty much done. Other than, fuck you, Dr. Phil. I love you, and I love fucking with your chi. So.
Robert. There you go.
Yep, I'm here. So, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Raid, awesome clan, and give a shout out to Sector 60. Thanks for giving us a lot of fun, a lot of infamy. So, yeah.
Phill.
I'm giving out my shout out to Red Steel for smashing the shit out of that fuckhead on forums.
Red Steel, what have you got for me?
Just shout out to everybody for showing up for the panel, and just for everybody for if you really want to get to know me intimately, just keep posting videos, and we will become good friends.
Skippy. Skippy.
Oh, sorry. I muted myself. I was typing. I just conveniently moved some of those things from the forums into, player guides or, alliance suggestions. Sometimes my finger just goes whoopsie and it goes someplace it's not supposed to be. Oh my goodness.
Oops.
I was hunting it down. I was looking for it. Anyway, yeah. So a lot of those videos, by the way, just for you, Red, went to strategy. The place that nobody ever goes to. My shout outs to everybody here. It was great that you guys all came together. Was Shadow Killer feeling so poorly. I've been checking in on him every day. I was really, really worried because he really, really hates doctors. So since he got medication, that means, and he's not here, my cute little purple pony. That means he actually went to a doctor, which is what I prefer when he gets that sick, because I've heard him even sicker. So thank you for everybody for coming together. I know this is not my show, but thank you for coming together. And yes, I was crazy enough, in case Dr. Phill was too full from his stay here, to do the show that I actually offered to host. So just because I'm on the other show does not mean that I'm the enemy. Just because I'm a moderator does not mean I do not like you anymore. It's just part of some of the things that I do. I want to thank each and every one of you because you're all still friends. I want to especially thank Fuck you for his assistance today, and a super sexy shout out to my Texas pussycat, who just made my evening by showing up on the show tonight.
Wow.
My shout out goes to Sector 49 Raid Alliance. Shout out to Shadow Killer, get better, buddy. One more shout out goes to two more. One goes to Pascal. After the event, man, we got to get together and go to a sector and squash that bitch.
Yes, I'm
and to our new friend, Texas Pussycat. It's great having you on the show.
Thank you.
That's it.
Well, Texas Pussycat, it's your turn.
Ah, my turn. I didn't know I was going to be doing this, but I want to thank all of you for having me here today. And my shout out is to Fogg for inviting me. I hope to join y'all all again.
Excellent, excellent. It's nice having a new face.
Thank you.
Are you done?
50 gold next time.
Stop it. I have your tiny depot.
Pascal, you got a shout out for me, brother? He wishes he had you.
To the rest, no, but I want to say something to Texas Pussycat.
Uh-oh.
Get rid of the duck face. Get rid of the duck face. It's so 2012.
It wasn't supposed to be there. I had my other picture, and then it took like 24 hours to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does that.
Ask Fuck and Daba. That was not the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not her usual picture. And just as an FYI, I know I'm interrupting, but as an FYI, Google Plus will continue to do that because they have also upped their standards along with YouTube. Again, changed their community standards because of some how shall I say? Just
unsavory,
very nasty pedophilia type kind of children not supposed to be posted as pictures anywhere kind of a thing. So just saying, if you haven't read the community standards for Facebook, YouTube, or Google Plus recently, you might want to check those out because they have all changed. So yeah, I think it's going to be probably about at least 24 hours, and for some people in other countries, it might take as much as 48 hours for your pictures to change. So if you're intending to be on another show or a live show or live broadcast, if you want to have a certain picture, make sure you make the change ahead of time. It took this one, which is my version of the band hammer that I used to have as my signature in forms, it took this one a day and a half to load.
Or do like I do and have multiple accounts.
Mine was weird. Mine went instant. But mine went, all I did is really change the color on it.
Or just put on your camera.
There's that too. Venom. Any shout out, please, brother.
Exactly anyway, so. My shout out is to 87. That's all. I don't have shout outs. I'm running. I want to know what kind of lip gloss he used, by the way.
Pascal wants to buy it. He wants to use the lip gloss on himself.
I'd like to go to bed, so could we wrap this up, please, Venom?
You can fall asleep during the show. You do this and hang out all the time with us. So.
I'm not supposed to tell anyone.
You're sleeping. No.
My shout outs are short and sweet. I want to shout out to my wife for putting up for me, playing this stupid game. For all the wives and husbands out there that let us overage juveniles play this war game day in and day out and put up with it. For Shadow Killer, For Shadow Killer putting the show together and helping us all have a voice. Skipjack for tuning in and still being part. She's the heart and soul of this game and this community. So I thank you for that, and all the panelists for putting in their views, and all the people out there on YouTube putting in their views, keeping this game going and helping to develop it. That's it.
Thank you very much. And of course, it's all down to me. My shout out goes to everybody in the YouTube, everyone on the panel tonight. Shadow for his brief appearance. I really hope you get well soon. I want to thank Skip for coming on. Just because she does both shows doesn't mean she should get any hate from anybody. And if you do get any hate, Skippy, you come tell me, and I will go shove my size 15 boot up her ass.
You have been doing a very good job. Thank you.
I want to say thanks for coming along. Shadow will be hosting the live event show tomorrow. He will have all that shit posted on the Unshackled page in due course. To Kickside, pull your finger out of your backside, get me my maintenance, get me my update notes, and I want to see the nice fucking cool shit. This has been the Dr. Phil hosted version of War Commander Unshackled, slightly different than usual, and hopefully by the weekend we should be back on track. Thanks for putting up with the bullshit, and good night.